It's Wednesday night. Do you know where your kids are? I don't either. But anyways, I digress. It's Wednesday night. It's Dynamite after dark.
You're supposed to say tell him kind of dry.
Oh yeah,
Hit it!
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. Tell me all your information. I wanna
Kaboom. Wait, no, wait. It's this one, yeah. Kaboom. Welcome to this week's edition of Dynamite After Dark. And by God, we have a go-home show tonight.
Yes, we
Go
do.
home show. We're going to talk about that because that we've not been kind to go home shows from AEW in the past. But I digress. I'm going to go ahead and introduce this man over here. How you doing?
I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Ken effing Dry, and I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend, Bad Take Cade. Now, this guy, I don't know if you saw on his Facebook today. He's like, what was your favorite Goldberg match? It's like, that alone is a bad take.
My favorite Goldberg match was the match where he's like, I'm not wrestling ever again. That's my favorite match.
My favorite match is where he got the shocker from Scott Hall.
So I answered that. I said I don't really have a match, but like my favorite moment is him beating Hogan for the world title on Nitro.
Yeah.
Like
To unify the belts.
I was like,
No,
well,
just to
yeah,
become-
he was US champ. Like I was like 13 at the time, so I wasn't smart to Hogan and all of his backstage politics. Like,
Yeah.
I remember as a little kid, like just going crazy watching that.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they gave that match away for free still to this day confounds me. You want to talk?
And this is our good buddy Eric Bischoff talking about how Tony Khan should do business, and he's giving away that match for free.
Exactly.
Let's see, they gave that match away. They had to show the ending of what was it, Road Wild or Hog Wild on Nitro for free because they ran out of time on a pay-per-view.
Yeah. How you doing, Eric Bischoff? Are you still working? Nope.
Let's introduce this guy right here.
Yeah, this is this guy right here. He's in that deep, dark corner right there. Shine a light upon him because he really doesn't. He's a beacon of light and a beacon of hope. He's Lord Ryan Rich. Lord Ryan Rich, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic, JFB. Thank you so much for asking. I am just sitting here with some good friends, with a good beverage, talking about some good wrestling.
Oh, yeah. This guy beneath me, he was on special assignment last week. We would love to tell you what it was, but unfortunately,
He signed an NDA.
Yeah, you have to sign an NDA and have
guys.
15 security clearance in order to get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, he puts the evil in EVP. This gorgeous man down here. Hey, Joe. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. You all know it's me. It's me. And today, I'm the third EVP, baby.
Oh,
This goes out to the biggest Young Bucks fan in the world, Alex Haney. Man, it just for you.
I love you, Alex. We love you. Anyways, my God, we're in Indianapolis, Indiana, place where fast gives you glory, gives you a bottle of milk, lets you kiss the brickyard.
Bricks.
Talk about the 8500. That's where we're coming from, and we start off. I think we start off going from 0 to 1,000 miles per hour in like half a second because Moxley is introduced. And John Moxley walks amongst the people, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. This is some of my notes. Fans are loud as shit. This crowd was on fire, and when they needed to be quiet, they were perfect. And when it's Fruit Cat. I love the promo he cuts. He talks about not ever having the wind on his back. Tells the suits they can kiss his ass and watch him do what he wants to do. It's all about having guts. And it's just, he challenges Hobbs to a match next week. That's going to be the main event. So we know what the main event is for next week. But I can't see why they couldn't have put this on the pay-per-view.
On 0 hour or something.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I mean, this may be the greatest promo that Moxley has ever cut in his entire career because it was dead on perfect. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the opening promo?
Well, it definitely puts some shine on that belt. That's for sure. Like,
oh yeah.
I think it's really cool that he really stated how prestigious this belt. He's been chasing it, for 5 years. Like that makes that belt special. And I fully think that Moxley is not going to be holding it for a long time. I feel like he's a transitional champion.
Yes.
And so to put the shine on the belt is great.
Well, it gets people interested in getting New Japan World so they can watch him defend it at whatever their next big pay-per-view is.
I feel this is all about Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
I would guess so.
That works too.
Yep.
That works too. Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts on the opening salvo?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Canada Dry just said this is all obviously setting up for Forbidden Door. To your point, JFB, I think the only other promo that I liked better of his is when he came back when he was supposed to take that vacation after all the Punk stuff and gave like this rousing speech. I feel like that's his best promo, but this is like, that's 1A, this is 1B.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Indianapolis crowd, they're smart wrestling fans, man. They know what to do, and they love wrestling. They will bring the heat. John Moxley got his start in Indianapolis in CCW.
Yeah.
So like he referenced, wrestling at the Salvation Army in Fountain Square, which I've been to many times.
Yeah.
Did you guys see anyone see Brad Campbell tonight on the TV?
I didn't see him on the TV.
I don't think the camera never really went to where he was, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it was a great way to start the show.
Hell yeah. Joe.
Okay, so we talked about the IWGP title. We talked about the fans. I want to talk about how this isn't John Moxley cutting this promo. This is Jonathan Good.
Yeah.
This is basically to all of my doubters, F off. I did it. You all said I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But here I am. And I loved it. Like it felt like a man who feels vindicated and feels accomplished finally for something that he's wanted for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, especially because I remember everyone saying, oh, a Gaijin will never win the New Japan title ever again. Well, you're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it on Sunday. I expressed that I don't like it. I don't like the situation. I didn't like the situation on how it was. I have no problem with John Moxley holding the belt. I think doing it to not against Naito doesn't make sense. Indy is full of marks. Oh, Pemberton's in the crowd. But I enjoyed. I really enjoyed. I felt like they made the right decision.
Caleb's all about ECW. I don't know where that came from.
Okay. I understand why they did it now, and you're right. That title is important now, like not just to Japan, but to like millions and millions of potentially new seers of this product that Japan has. So we'll go to Monet. Let's skip that. Yeah, she calls out
I just
Julie.
want to this basically confirmed why she isn't wrestling. She basically said, "I'm not cleared to wrestle yet."
Yeah,
So.
it was it was what it was. Let's get to our first match of the night. Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, and Willow Nightingale going to be taking on Brody King and Julia Hart. Here are some of my notes. Great match to start the show. Willow got attacked. So basically, it's going to be a one-on-one match of Brody King beating the ever-living hell out of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And it's exactly what happens. Copeland starts coming back, but when he's ramping up that offense, he'd run into Brody King, an arm or he just run into him and bounce off and fall down. Like, it was sad. But Willow comes out, but she gets the chain to the face from Julia Hart, knocks her out cold. And then of course Monet comes in for the save. And let's go with Lord Reinrich. Thoughts on the first match, my friend?
Yeah, it was I thought it was interesting that they had Willow get attacked as well after Mercedes did last week.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Definitely trying to make it seem that Julie is the one perpetrating all these attacks. I still don't know if I'm sure that's her.
Yeah.
For all I know, it could be Statlander.
I mean, that would
her turn with Trent. I don't know. But it was definitely an interesting match, and I thought that Brody and Julia would pick up the win to give more intensity and to pick up steam going into the pay-per-view. So I'm glad that I was right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with the evil vice president, Joe.
Yeah, this was a great match to start after all the promos we got. Like Edge, Adam Copeland, like his music just gets everyone amped up, and you could tell like it just carried over into the match. Like,
yeah.
And at 50 years old, that man can still go. Like, he sat there and he did an interview like earlier today or yesterday saying he doesn't want to be that guy that sticks around too late. And when a young guy comes on the card, he's like, "Oh, I got to wrestle him tonight."
Yeah.
But he ain't nowhere near that.
No.
Like, he's sitting here like just 15 minutes and he can just go. Like, it's great to see. I'm glad, especially considering, he was gone for a decade.
Yeah.
So, hey.
I mean, I think Cope is doing better work now and in the last 8 months than he's done in the last 5 years of his career. I mean, it's brilliant what he's doing. I mean, he's reinvented himself to accompany what he needs to do physically to not get killed, but to be able to do it. Can I draw your thoughts first match?
I enjoyed this. I liked the not knowing if Willow was coming out, or if Willow's going to stay in the back. I really believe that we're going to get a moment where Adam Copeland and Malachi Black have the match, and Malachi Black finally wins the big gold
Yeah.
TNT championship.
Yep.
In AEW, and that's where I think this is all leading to.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, it makes total sense. You know, I think it's long overdue to put a belt on Malachi Black. I would love to see it just to see what he does to the belt. I think it's all black, like black leather strap with the
Even like the match between Adam Copeland and Malachi Black, that's gonna be a banger.
For sure, absolutely, 1,000%.
I'm excited for that. Maybe Double or Nothing. I don't know.
Yeah. So we go to Renee. She's in the back. She's talking to Joe. She brings up about Joe not being in control. I think my best line was he had to sanitize the belt after Swerve touched it. So it was brilliant. I mean, it's a really great way. You know, basically Joe's calling a shot. I mean, it led up to what it needed to lead up to. Let's go with Joe. Joe, your thoughts on Renee and Joe in the back?
Oh, this was as normal, a great interview from Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hate to say this, but Renee's making it to where JR isn't needed in this company. Because the one thing I've always said JR should do is should be the one to do the sit-down backstage interviews, but Renee just kills it.
Yeah.
Like the questions she asks, they make sense. They're not little softball questions. Like they're legit, like thought-provoking questions, which is nice to see from wrestling for once, other than just, oh, what do you think of your opponent? Like we'll talk about the question she asked Swerve later, which was brilliant, I think, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Canada Dry.
Yeah, this is a top-notch promo from Samoa Joe. He's trying to get into Swerve's head by telling him he's a choke artist.
Yeah,
and he's trying to play some mental games, which plays out later in the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Lord Ryan Rich.
This is exactly what you want your world champion to do right before the big pay-per-view.
Yep.
You want him to cut a killer promo, especially if it's a heel. You want him to crawl under the skin of his opponent and just leave you in suspense, wanting more, wanting to shell out your hard-earned money for that pay-per-view. And Joe accomplished every single goal he wanted to in this promo. Fantastic.
Now, you're ordering the pay-per-view, right, Lord Ryan Rich?
Already did.
Based on this promo, right?
No. I did it earlier today because I'm not a dum-dum. I support my wrestling.
I'll say I did. I bought the pay-per-view because of this.
For real?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I would imagine he sold a couple pay-per-views. If there was someone who was on the fence, I imagine Joe was able to sway them onto the purchase side.
So we go to the executive vice presidents, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. We're at gorilla position.
Just go like this.
And what looks like is going to be a hype video turns out to be a
this is all we're gonna do for the rest of the show, just randomly be like oh. You're like, you know what, JP? I think you got a really great point over there.
So Nicholas
the Canada Dry blows it. Let me tell you something, brother.
Boo! No.
Oh man!
Oh yeah, the macho man. Yeah.
Stop and do it.
I love that little thing he did with his fingers. That was always nice to. Yeah.
So they tell Tony Khan hit their music. Tony Khan is the most awkward. Tony Khan, I love you, man. I know you listen to the show, but you are the most awkward-looking mother I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, seriously, you look literally like a deer in the headlights. Like,
wait. Before have you not seen Caleb and his ex-girlfriend on a date? How awkward Caleb looks.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true.
So, I got a question. JFB, have you ever been to a live AEW show?
No.
Because the way Tony Khan is on screen,
Yeah.
that's how he is off screen.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when he comes out and talks to the live crowd,
Yeah.
that's how he is.
I mean, I if that guy's on cocaine, that explains a hell of a lot. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he is on cocaine. I'm just saying. If he
I
wasn't,
just think that's he's just a socially awkward guy.
oh, there's nothing wrong with it because I mean, realistically, he's your atypical professional wrestling fan. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all awkward. I mean, we tune in every week, multiple nights during the week, and watch men and women slap the ever living shit out of each other.
I want to get your thoughts quickly on this.
Yeah.
So Al Snow, he posted something the other day, and he's like, "Pro wrestling fans piss the hell out of me. I hate them."
Yeah. Oh,
He's like, "I like them because they're wrestling fans, but I hate them."
Yeah. I mean,
because they are opinionated to the point that they think they're part of this.
Yeah.
When they're not. They've never been in the business. They don't know anything about the business.
So Canada Dry, I want to say something. You asked a follow up as to why wrestling fans are worse than like professional sports fans.
Well, yeah, this is my point was okay, you get podcasts about hockey, you get podcasts about football and basketball and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they're talking like they know the shit too.
Yeah.
I think to me, I think what it is like, I'm a Ravens fan. Lord Ryan Rich here, he's a Colts fan. Yeah. I'm not going to wish that all the Colts players die and that they don't get to play football anymore. Whereas,
or that the Colts go out of business.
Yes. Well, I mean, I could care less because they freaking ran out of Baltimore in the middle.
I was going to say that's a different subject.
but like most sports professional teams don't wish their rival goes out of business.
No, I think that's why wrestling fans are just the absolute.
And this is my other point. We aren't fans. We shouldn't be fans of companies.
Mm-mm.
But fans of wrestlers.
Yeah.
That's what I think it should be. Fans of wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I think that, to your point, though, I think that's I think that's part of the problem, though. I think that people are fans of wrestlers, but they're wrestlers. So if something happens that they don't like to their wrestler in that company, then, everything's dumb, everything's stupid. This whole company is X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. This is why they should die forever. I think it's too much passion in the wrestling is why you have that.
Yeah, I think the problem is when you have some people who say I'm a wrestling fan, but then you have some who say I'm a WWE fan.
Yeah.
Or I'm an AEW fan. There's a distinct delineation between the two. So
if you really want to have a lot of fun, find a couple of film snobs and walk up and say, as far as I'm concerned, Wedding Crashers is the best movie ever made. And just back off and just watch.
You were going to say Ready to Rumble.
I got a better statement for you, JFB. Ready?
Yeah.
The MCU is the greatest thing in film history.
That's good too.
You can't say that too loud. Martin Scorsese.
He's still alive.
Yep.
He's still alive.
Well, I would say Weird Al's UHF is the greatest movie ever made.
I'm telling you right now.
I mean, you're all wrong. It's Surf Ninjas, but you're close.
What's the one with Hulk Hogan and 5 Ninjas Kick Back? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, there's Surf Ninjas. There's the one with Hulk Hogan was 3 Ninjas at High Noon Mountain.
Yeah.
Where he had to shave off his.
You're wrong. It's the Marine 7, okay?
Are you going to tell me Thunder in Paradise is the best show ever?
I think Sunday, not this Sunday, but some Sunday, we need to do another.
Okay, what are they saying? 100 coin skull run. What the hell is this?
I don't know. This makes no sense.
Hey,
Hi, pirates. We're run and fart.
hey, I'm just glad he's here, commenting and enjoying the show.
That's
no,
true.
it's JFB. Yeah, I just want to talk about that for a second. Yeah, so we can move on.
Okay. Let's talk about the Elite. They're going to be taking on Garcia, Penta, and Pac. Ready to Rumble is awesome. I will rule you.
I agree, Mr. Pemberton. It is a work of art.
What have they made Ready to Rumble 2?
I have no problem with that.
characters?
I
It's
mentioned it.
AEW this time, though, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I met David Arquette a few months ago at a painting class, and got a picture taken with him, and asked him, said, "What are the chances we're going to get Royal Rumble or Ready to Rumble 2, the sequel?" And he goes, "That's not a bad idea."
All it takes is that little mustard seed of thought.
Yeah, you just put that
Man,
thought in his head, and like he can pitch it.
He's going to pitch it. Let's get it done.
Well, he's also wrestling on the weekend, so he can legit actually wrestle now. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I like Garcia in this role. I think Garcia taking place of Ray Phoenix's position in Death Triangle, I think it's a good fit. It's a good match. I didn't like the cornrows in his hair, but I thought overall it was a good match. There was the flow was amazing. But I want to make one mention before we get to the end of the match, and that's this: to show you how superior Matthew and Nicholas Jackson are to any of us in this room and any of the people commentating and watching us on YouTube. They were doing commentary while they were wrestling. Enough said. You can't top that. Can you be more douchey? I'm gonna do
Jerry Lawler would do that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do commentary while I'm wrestling.
I mean, he had the mic in the ring.
The favorite thing was like, I'm not going to hit him with it. Stop.
I know.
I think who else did that? Jerry Lawler did it.
Yeah,
It's been done a couple times.
yeah, it's been done a couple times.
And every time it's great.
But it's a classic.
And sometimes they use the mic as a weapon.
Yes, most of the time they use a mic as a weapon. The shenanigans are abound with Garcia, and then they're gonna get ready to sandwich him in the middle of a ladder.
Yeah, Joe, you're so proud of it.
Yeah, don't you forget it.
Don't make me go put mine on. I have the exact same shirt.
Yeah,
Then we can really do it.
Just do it on air. Change it, do it on air.
So Pac comes in for the save to save Garcia. I mean, I'm going to let you guys talk about it because I thought this match was brilliant in the storytelling and what it needed to do with the Elite and Okada and Pac. So let's go to you, Canada Dry.
Okay, just a couple points here. So Dallas must have been drooling all over his phone or his TV or whatever when Daniel Garcia was doing the grinds into was it Matt or Nick Jackson's face?
I believe that was Nick.
Yeah, it was Nicholas.
So I knew Dallas was like, oh! And it's funny when you see these moments and you think of Dallas. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, Dallas is like, it should have been me.
It should have been me. And I have this idea
Okay.
that Pac is actually Mario.
Okay.
It's me with the hammer, Mario. I don't even know the where the music goes, but yeah, when you hit the hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. He's still using the hammer.
Yeah. It's a good carryover.
Yeah, and he's short like Mario too, so it works.
Joe, lay it on me, brother.
You know what? I agree with you, JFB. This match was like the perfect blend of like wrestling and comedy. Like I loved Okada saying, "I'm not legal. I can't come into the ring."
Yes.
Whoa. But yeah, like my only gripe is
oh baby, look at that sexy. Oh yeah.
yeah, my I can't even talk.
This is why Rich is on the show. This is why Rich is on the show.
I'm way
He's
too high
fucking
for this.
genius.
But yeah, my only complaint is like I wouldn't have had Garcia take the pin here. I think Penta should have. You can't have Pac take it because he's got his title match.
Yeah.
Garcia, they've done so well to build him up over the last 6 months since the C2.
Yeah, I would have definitely put it on Penta to take
Penta
the
should
pin.
have taken the pin here.
Yeah.
But really, does it really matter who takes the pin in these things, really, in the grand scheme? Like, it's small. It doesn't hurt
it
matter.
is, but still.
I think it hurts his momentum a little bit. Because he had some.
Yeah, but that's something that you could recover like that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Especially with.
That's why I said it was a small grape, not
Yeah.
a massive thing, just a little small grape.
Okay. Little great.
Lord Ryan Rich, present your case.
Well, first of all, EVPs. This match was outstanding. I love hearing Okada speak English. I don't know why, but I love it. The match was good. It was fun all the way around. I feel like Penta and Pac working together is very seamless, very smoothless, and I feel like, yeah, that's right, you could. I feel like the reason why they lose is because Daniel Garcia isn't a part of that. That's why he takes the pin. He's a fill-in for their group, but he's not the regular member of the group.
Ooh, good point.
So to me, that's why he takes the pin there, because he's not as familiar with this team. So it shows that the Elite is a well-oiled machine.
No, good point. I like that.
Yeah.
So to me, it makes perfect sense. But I thought it was a great match.
Yeah.
You swayed me with your velvet tongue. Yeah.
Anyways, my God.
Not the only one swayed with his tongue sometimes. Oh! Dynamite after dark.
That was like the worst pose ever.
So you can't. You have to break a streak sometime. There are streaks that will never be broken, but sometimes there are streaks that are meant to be broken. We have been on a high. We're like at 10,000 feet. We're cruising altitude. We're flying high, or in this case, podcast hosting high. And then we get Hook, Jericho, and Taz. I don't know if you've ever been in a plane that's dropped dramatically in altitude.
It's like a roller coaster. You're like, yeah.
No, you start praying to whatever God you think is going to listen to you, because you think you're going to finally go down. That's what this is. This is a fiery plane crash. So Jericho claims to be he is.
Can I go first after you?
Yes, absolutely. He says he is the learning tree. Now, for those who don't know, unless you listen to the Taz show, is he always had a spot on his show called Under the Learning Tree with Taz, and I'm assuming that's kind of where they got this from. Taz kind of steps in. We finally get the connection that they are father and son
After 5 years.
Yeah. So Jericho pushes Taz, and Taz hits the ropes and then buckles, and he's got horrible knees. So the fact that he was willing to take a bump says a tremendous amount about Taz. But Hook has the worst angry face I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, you're not a tough guy at all. Canada Dry, go first.
All right, so just in this whole thing, I enjoyed this segment. I thoroughly enjoyed it because my expectations were so low from the previous ones that I enjoyed Taz talking and trying to shut Jericho down and all the little things. I enjoyed the interactions. I thought this was the best Hook Jericho segment of all of them that we've had. And I enjoyed the. I was actually looking for Jericho to attack Hook like as he's turning around. But
I wanted to see the Taz mission put on him.
Well, it's setting up the match, so.
Yeah, but we want to see Taz put on the Taz mission.
Yep. I wanted to see Taz hit him with a T-bone Tazplex. I know the guy can't bump, but throw him. What?
Yeah. Yeah. I concur. Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts on it?
The incident. It could have been worse.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been worse. I do like seeing Taz in the middle of the ring. I love him like behind the commentary desk, but I love Taz so much. So to see him to come out a little bit and to have a little bit of just a small story angle with his son in this respect, because he's been pretty much hands off, since the end of Team Taz, which I think is great and good for his development. But I do like to see those things intertwined every once in a while. And I even like how after it was over and they came back from commercial, they were asking Taz how he's feeling. He's like, I'm fine. He's like, not even mad at Chris. Like he was heated. Things happen. Like everything about it. I enjoyed that part of it. Yeah. Obviously, you still have to get Hook to where he can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's important.
I'm a tough guy.
But like I said before, the only way you get better at talking is actually talking.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with Canada Dry on this one. My expectations were so low. Like, I enjoyed it. Like I said, the only thing that would have made this better is if I would have seen Jericho get choked out. That's the only thing that would have made this better for me. So,
well, all I gotta say is this. I mean, I'm a minority, which means I get an additional 15% off the general store and the effing wrestling studios. So
we're doing the Dynasty prediction show on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some interesting things. Like we're gonna talk about who's gonna win this one.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it now.
That aren't so clear cut and dry.
Yeah, this one's not so clear cut.
No, not by a long shot. Renee's with Swerve. He talks about stumbling his entire career. He talks about he cuts an amazing tweener promo.
What? Hook is Taz's son? I thought he was Jerry Lawler's son. Him and Brian Christopher.
Oh my God.
Seems like Marty's got on those pharmaceuticals again.
Oh, Marty.
Jeez. Who keeps feeding this guy?
Oh, Marty.
Marty does work on a college campus now, guys.
No. I mean, campuses are basically a haven for illicit drugs. Trust me.
Yeah, he's just
that date rape. Oh man.
She asked the question, and Swerve took his mic off and threw it down and looked in the camera and said, "I'll answer that question in the ring, face to face with you, Joe. Tonight was amazing." Canada Dry, you go first. Your thoughts on the Swerve interview?
Yeah, I think the Swerve really, he held most of it back for later, but to me, Swerve is someone who's come across as determined. Like every time he goes to a promotion, he just starts climbing up, and he's got a rocket on his back.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's going to be one of the greatest stars of all time.
Yeah, I agree. Try to follow that up, Mr. Rich Ryan.
Well,
That's your real name.
here's this. WWE is kicking themselves in the ass right now for ever letting Swerve go.
Yep.
He is white alpha, hot fire right now.
Yeah.
This man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about all the shit he's been doing recently. Like when Swerve's the man, he better win. I'm done.
Like, just you talking about him is making me thirsty.
Well, you're looking at me too.
Oh, that might be. I did just see you put on a shirt. Wow.
Joe, your turn.
Okay.
Next week, maybe I'll change into my Young Bucks underwear.
Ooh.
Just so you guys know, Lord Ryan Rich is starting up his OnlyFans.
Free previews on
Actually,
Wednesday
I ran
night.
that by my wife, and she shut that down.
Ooh.
She
She
said,
doesn't want.
She said,
she
my
doesn't want
hubby's
the
not
ladies-
selling his body for money.
Yeah, she doesn't want the ladies ogling the sexy Lord Ryan Rich.
I said,
Yeah.
well, I mean, money's money.
I'd do anything for $20.
$20 is $20.
$20.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We got the comedy going here tonight. Oh.
Let's go to our third match.
I didn't get to talk about the interview. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Got
Joe.
that off. I just want to say this. I want to bring it back. When I said that Renee isn't asking softball questions, that last question that she asked was perfection.
Yeah.
Like it set up everything for the rest of this show when
Right.
it comes to these two. Like Renee does not get enough recognition, in my opinion, of everything that she does, whether it was in WWE or here in AEW.
Yeah.
I think easily Renee could go on commentary as well.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised she's not.
I mean, yes, but I wouldn't do it because it was very awkward in WWE, especially when she had to do commentary for her husband, because they were dicks about it, and they're like, "Oh, what are you going to do about your husband?" type thing. So I think she's.
I think if they ran an all-women show, she's 100% the first person you put on there.
Not even
her and Vita Scott.
But her on Collision, get rid of Daddy Magic. How that guy transitioned from being a crappy wrestler to a
Daddy Magic Collision, I understand. You had the Bone Zone, and now you got Daddy Magic.
Well, and yeah, I mean, Dasha Gonzalez would be another person I would put on there, and she's no longer with the company anymore. Yeah, so it's like, interesting. But then they just brought on El Senor Old Poopy Pants to be on the Spanish announce team, so I thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, you release Dasha Gonzalez, who was on the Spanish mic team, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And which makes you think, was she just not cutting it? I don't know speak Spanish, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, she was also the backup for whenever Justin Roberts wasn't there for In Ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now it's Bobby Cruz.
Bobby Cruz. Let's go to our third match. Mariah May taking on Diana Perazzo, the Virtuosa. Daddy Magic is a treasure. Marty, dude, seriously, we're going to have an intervention on Sunday.
After the intervention.
Yeah, we're going to have a Dynasty intervention where we're going to beg and tell you about how your illicit drugs on campus have affected our lives.
And there was some. No, I'm not going to say that.
This is going to be the worst intervention ever. So we don't care about getting you better, Dave. We just want you to stop screwing with us.
Why don't you just shut up and drink a beer and have a good time?
This is JFB.
I'll bring the chicken wings.
I got cheese balls.
Yeah, you got the best cheese balls.
JFB, you bring a gallon of ranch and we're set.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know EVPG Joe's bringing.
Hey, I want to let you guys know that we are joined by
Macaroni
timeless Tony Storm. She actually came out for this match. We don't deserve that. Not at all.
Well, that would be funny if Hooters let you host an intervention in there.
For
That
the
would be
right amount of
amazing.
money, Hooters will let you basically do anything you want.
It's like, I imagine they need the business at this point.
Yeah, I've been to one
Server comes up to
recently.
you. So,
Is
like,
Hooters,
you know,
like, down
you're
the crapper
totally
right now?
addicted to meth, but you
Yeah.
should like stop.
Like, honestly, ever since Buffalo Wild Wings came around, like Hooters is sort of just
Well, and then your local places that make amazing chicken wings way better than what you can get at Hooters. I mean,
yeah.
at this point, you only really go there for the entertainment, not the food at all. Like,
I don't know. I like a lots of tots, sir.
okay. That Waffle House today, it was delicious.
Ooh.
That's all I'm gonna
Can I,
say.
can I just say it's kind of messed up that he mentions Hooters as we're talking about the women's match on this show?
No, yeah. Speaking of Hooters, Mariah May, Gianna Perazzo. Gianna's getting ready to deck the living hell out of Mariah May. Tony Storm pulls her out of the way and saves her. It's really cool to see Mariah May kind of showcase against someone that's not her style of wrestling. Gianna Perazzo is very much a power wrestler. Buffalo Wild Wings is absolutely great. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean,
I just want to take this time,
Yeah.
really quickly, to wish condolences to Tiffany Trim, who lost her uncle the other night. Just let you know that we care about you.
Yeah.
And, like when you lose a loved one, it's hard.
Yep, absolutely. 100%.
I can't do it. Sorry. My fingers don't bend that way.
My stupid
So,
damn
yeah.
hands.
So we get shenanigans in taco time. Thunder Rosa comes out. Gianna Perazzo gets pissed off. They start slapping the hell out of each other, pushing each other around. Mariah May pulls out Gianna Perazzo, and it was just Thunder Rosa goes in, smears lipstick all over her face, rubs it in.
That is blasphemous, shall I say?
Yeah.
We appreciate you too, Tiffany, and your loyalty.
Yeah, we do. Tiffany, you are awesome. Anytime you want to call into the show, by God, do it. Yeah. But yeah, we get Thunder Rosa smears her face. My favorite part of the whole, even the match itself, was when Tony Storm opened her compact and looked in the mirror and like that, and they cut the camera as quick as possible. Let's go Canada Dry. Third match. What are your thoughts, my friend?
I want to see Mariah May evolve, and I'm just getting itchy here. Like, I know that they're easing her in to her greatness, but I wish they'd speed it up a bit, because I didn't really want her taking the loss, even though I predicted she would.
Yeah,
I'd rather her start winning a few matches.
Yeah,
I think that they need to push this evolution of Mariah May along. I'm not really into this storyline with Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
Like her promo on Thunder was way too long.
Ugh.
It was like 10 minutes of just saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I fell asleep at the very first part of it, and when I woke up, she
Like
was
she did a really good thing, and then she just kept going.
Yeah. Over.
This one time when I was a youth pastor, I let this other guy preach for me.
Yeah.
And you get jealous when the guy's preaching, and I'm like, they're gonna think he's better than me, blah 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 blah. Yeah. You just think these thoughts. But then he just went over and over and just kept going long. I'm like, I think I'm safe.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, can we turn his mic off?
The cord. This thing on. Nope. It is no. Just give him like horrible feedback so he won't talk anymore.
Yeah. One of the girls wanted to sing afterwards, like after the service.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even feel like singing anymore.
He took the joy out of everything.
Yes, I don't even want to sing anymore.
He took the joy down in
Out
my
of
heart.
our hearts. Where? And if the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on a tack. Ouch!
Oh gosh.
Oh, Schwarzenegger. Anyways, Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts on the third match?
Dude, Mariah May is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just her movements in the ring and the crispness in her attacks. She seems so far developed beyond her years in terms of in-ring work and how to sell and how to make it all look pristine. And on top of that, like, she is long as the night is. Like, those legs go forever. Like, she's just a beautiful, lanky competitor that has everything going for her. So I can understand why Canada Dry is like getting a little impatient, wanting to see her boost to stardom, so to say. But I think slow and steady wins the race here.
Yeah.
You want to build
I think
her
you're
up.
right, but it's just like it's
The anticipation kills you.
Yeah.
I think this is the first singles match she's lost.
Yep.
She hasn't
No,
lost.
I think she lost to Anna Jay, didn't she?
No.
No, she beat Anna Jay.
She beat Anna Jay both times.
Get out of her.
Okay.
And then Anna Jay put on the Queen Slayer afterwards, and that's when
Okay.
old girl came out and gave her a big old smooch.
No, she
But,
lost to Perazo and Thunder before as well, though.
Yeah. But I'm not a fan of Thunder Rosa. I'm not a fan of the storyline. To be completely honest, I hope Timeless Tony Storm wipes the floor with her and sends her back to hell.
Yeah. All right.
To the graves of Tijuana.
Okay. Not a fan.
Not a fan. And you know what? The thing is, she's okay. And like, I liked her when she was still in NWA, when she had the NWA women's title and she was like on loan. Like, she was a novelty act. She was cool. Like, her old music was good and all that stuff. But she's just, I feel like her character is so whiny.
Yeah.
It's like, as a face, as a baby face, she's just so whiny.
Yep.
But if you want to go watch her podcast about eating tacos, I highly recommend that.
Okay.
That's interesting because her character is very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And like the best characters are always them turned up to 11.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think maybe that she should work on talking about tacos a little bit more then.
Yeah.
I would love it if she did that.
Joe, your thoughts, my friend?
I liked the match. I thought it was fun. It was like, once again, you can't really complain about the match. I do love
not
that.
the match itself.
Yeah, no, I just find it funny that even the people who are supposed to like Thunder Rosa hate Thunder Rosa. Like, it's funny. It's like no one likes Thunder Rosa on this roster.
I used to get booed a lot for my Thunder Rosa hate, and now everyone's on my team.
I mean,
I'm a visionary like Seth Rollins.
Team DMD, baby.
I mean, yeah. I mean, here's the problem. I don't like the Thunder Rosa story either, but you're missing women in this division. Brett Baker's not been around for a long time. What's going on with her? I have no idea.
Jamie
Thunder
Hayter.
Rosa, and then so Britt Baker, Saraya, Soho has not been wrestling that much.
Oh, speaking of Ruby, I think Tiffany said Ruby Soho is pregnant,
Oh, well,
which would explain why she's not wrestling.
take that one back.
Is it Angelo's?
Jamie
I would
Hayter-
imagine so. Yeah, they're dating in real life. so.
Just turn Statlander heel so she can get the world title around her waist.
But I don't think she's ready for it. I mean, and that's the
I
other thing.
think
You're also missing
Statlander would
Jamie
be a better world champion.
and you're missing Jamie Hayter.
Hmm?
You're
Jamie
missing-
Hayter would be good too.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah, I think-
Statlander could easily carry that world title.
I just don't
Oh,
see
yeah.
how Statlander at the moment fits into the main event title scene. Unfortunately,
No, they'd have to do something to get her there.
I don't think you can do anything with the world title until Mercedes Moné wins the TBS title.
Yeah.
Because until then, everyone's going to wonder, why isn't Mercedes the one vying for that championship. So I think you have to get Monet off the playing board, so to say, in order to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So like real quick, can we take like a little extended look at so we have Dynasty. She's not losing the title.
No.
I think she faces Deonna Purrazzo and retains at Double or Nothing.
I hope it's not Deonna Purrazzo again.
I think it's going to be Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh my goodness!
I think just because, and then you have Forbidden Door. She's not losing there. Right. I think Mariah May gets the shot at either Double or Nothing, at either All In or All Out, which is where she wins.
What if Mariah May is the one to take the title off?
I think she will be, because I think we're going to get. I think why after Double or Nothing, I think we'll start to get that slow split between the two, and it gives them a good 3 months from Double or Nothing to All Out or All In, whichever show they want to do it on, to build up a massive Mariah May face turn or make her the ultimate heel. I don't know, whichever way they want to go.
Yeah.
And Noob Sheeta's been on ROH. That's why she's not.
Yeah. And here's the thing that I think a lot of people, when you're talking about Mariah May and getting that itch, I'm in the same boat. I want to see her do what she did in Japan.
JFB had the itch before she ever got here.
Yeah. I was like, she hit. But I think what you're going to see with Mariah May is you're going to see her competing against other former Stardom talent, because there's a lot of amazing wrestlers who are no longer involved with Stardom because of the whole thing that's going on. So
Stardom is a mess at the moment.
Yeah, it's a big, huge heaping pile of crap right now, because everybody who is good is gone. Mariah May, Julia, the list goes on and on.
Izumi.
Yeah.
They'll have to build up from the ground up and really start fresh.
They're going to have to, but
that takes time.
That's a Sunday show topic right there. You can talk for like 2 hours about that sucker.
I could talk 5 minutes, so yeah.
Can't keep doing this. You know how much TV time is? It's expensive. We get the Bang Bang Gang. They're in the back. We're 6-man tag team champions of Ring of Honor. Blah 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 blah. Put your belts on the line. Let's bang bang. Then Claim come back to say,
all you need to say is finally.
Yeah, we're going to combine the titles, and it's going to be at Dynasty.
I think we don't need to talk about this too much. We'll skip this. And
no, we don't need to talk about this at all.
Kind of disappointed that it's on 0 hour, though.
Yeah,
I think this should have been on the paper.
It's on 0 hour?
Yeah, they announced it's on 0 hour.
I don't care. It'll still be good.
Yeah,
I know, but still.
But you shouldn't have a title match on 0 hour. That makes your title look so weak.
WWE used to defend the Intercontinental title all the time.
Yeah.
And AEW is not WWE.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm just saying, you could have put Chris Jericho versus Hook as a 0 hour match. You could have had even Powerhouse Hobbs versus Moxley as a 0 hour.
So prepare yourselves for the flower shop, because we're gonna do movies again. We're gonna name one of our favorite movies. All right.
Okay.
Have I been on for a movie?
Does it have to be a certain genre?
It can be any movie, anything. So we're just gonna name one of our favorite movies.
I got a good one last week. I got a good one.
And do a rerun though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I got a good one with a hot take. Nobody's touching this one.
Ooh.
Oh. He's going to go with twins.
Yeah. So we'll go to our fourth match. It's Orange Cassidy. It's Shane Taylor. There's a couple of my notes. Shenanigans and measuring each other up. That was the beginning of the match. And as always, since Darby Allin is no longer wrestling for AEW currently right now, someone needs to be a beanbag that gets tossed around. And sure freaking enough, ladies and gentlemen, your new beanbag, Orange Cassidy.
They should have brought back Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
Oh no, he could stay
far away. To be a beanbag.
Yeah.
No, I will watch him get thrown like Spike Dudley all day long.
Yep.
I think a guy like that is a temporary hire.
Yeah. So Orange Cassidy gets a comeback after a major beatdown. Shenanigans ensue. Trent shows up, lays out anybody that it was Chuck, right? That he laid out.
No, it was Seidel and it was Christopher Daniels.
Okay, that's right. So apparently they're the new best friends. He takes them out and then leaves the door wide open for the Shane Taylor promotions to beat the ever living shit out of Orange Cassidy, which was brilliant storytelling. Canada Dry, tell me what you think about match number 4.
I enjoyed this. I'm not a big Shane Taylor fan, but I love Orange Cassidy. I love the outcome at the end. Trent stops the help from coming, and I love that. I love Evil Trent.
Yeah, I do too.
Evil Trent, I'm a fan.
I love that Trent turned heel, but he still wears the Trent knows
Yes,
you're going to win the big one.
Yeah.
Because he gets a cut of that, man. Come on.
I love that, Shane Taylor Promotions is getting the rub after, like, they lost the match, but
Yeah,
beat
They
him
lose
down
every
after.
match.
yeah.
But it makes them more relevant that they're beating the shit out of someone after.
Well, I mean, Go just won on Collision, so it's like they're kind of beefing up Shane Taylor Promotions. It's not like he's Ari Daivari and the Trustbusters.
That's such a dumb idea.
Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts on the 4th match?
Yeah, as we all know, huge, giant Orange Cassidy mark. So I always love getting to see him. It's so weird, though, to see him not come out with anyone, to not have any best friends there with him. And I think that's the cool part of the story that they're telling now is how is Orange Cassidy going to get it done when he's the only one there and there's no one that can help him out when other people try to interfere? It's just another obstacle that the perennial underdog Orange Cassidy has to face, another hill he has to climb. Once again, Trent versus Orange Cassidy, another better 0-hour match than the 6-man titles. All of this, but the match was good itself.
Wait, Trent is on 0 hour?
No, I'm saying that would have been a better match on 0 hours. Trent versus OC.
They're gonna
I think we saved that for Double or Nothing. And
yeah, they got to build that storyline.
I mean, I'm just saying, you could have a good series of matches. I don't think, even Trent could go over in the first one.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You could do something storyline with it, whatever it is. I'm just saying, for instance, that would be a better match than having a title match. But the match was fun. It does well to continue the storyline between Trent and OC, and it also does make Shane Taylor look a little bit bigger. And it, having Anthony Go deliver that left hand, the gut punch there, that's real stuff.
Yeah. Joe.
I say this out of respect for my brother here, Lord Ryan Rich. Orange Cassidy should have lost. I think it would have made the story more intriguing, personally. I love the story that they should tell where OC's going it his own. I think he should have lost here, and I think
by cheating though.
Yeah, absolutely by cheating.
I wouldn't mind that.
However,
they would have lost clean. Would have lost by cheating. Yeah.
Orange Cassidy is so over. He's over like Rover. He's Teflon tape. Ain't nothing hurting this man.
Yeah,
he could have eaten a loss or two here to fuel this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if Trent was the one that cost him the match,
exactly.
Most definitely.
I don't care if it was Trent or if it was all 3 of Shane Taylor Promotions, just to beat home the fact that Orange Cassidy is truly alone right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Either way, I think I like more of Trent being the reason.
Yeah, I feel like modern wrestling protects the stars too much with not eating anything else.
Yeah.
I think in my head, I've made the scenario where I want it to be Trent and Chucky T versus OC and Danhausen. That's a good way to bring Danhausen back into the fold.
I don't think
to me, what would be even more fun would be the Trent and Chuck versus OC and Rocky Romero, because then you're having like a chaos civil war, and then you have Okada, who is the leader of your faction, who is a heel now also in AEW, and that hasn't even been mentioned. So I'm wondering, where along the way they'll mention chaos and all this.
No, that's interesting. I mean, I
Sometimes
think
they won't.
I don't think they will, just because I think it doesn't induce cross promotion storytelling.
Nothing will be
That's
brought
the
up.
right
for Forbidden Door, though.
Like, it won't be brought up until Chuck and Trent try to go for the tag titles, and that's where Okada comes in with the ties to do something. I don't know, but
Those titles are mine.
Okay. We get an international championship hype video. Perfect timing because it leads us into our main event. The aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, taking on Claudio. Here's some of my notes. He's going to bruv him to death. That's how he's going to beat him. With bruv. He needs to come up with a new finishing move. I
love how we did it the same. You do, guys. Did the same.
We should call it the bruv. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hi, bro.
That's the weirdest mashup in all of wrestling history.
Claudio went right after him, and Claudio pretty much controlled this match start to finish, showcased him being the power base versus the aerial status that is known as the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. Really, in all sense and purposes, great match. I mean, it showcased. Well, it should, number one, it proved that, he already beat everybody in the Don Callis family. So you might as well move on to fresher, greener pastures, I guess. But it was a really solid win for someone who's your number 3 guy in AEW in terms of contenders. So, I mean, you're built in, and the shenanigans at the end when the Callis family are just beating down Claudio, and then John Moxley comes in for the save. But
Will got the win, and then they had interfered. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
So in the midst of this, Ospreay gets pissed. So now we're building that. And we're layering is what we're doing. We're layering like lasagna, like a good lasagna.
Speaking of which, the new
a good
Garfield movie
lasagna
comes
has
out there.
multiple layers.
Yes. Canada Dry, I want to hear what you think.
I think that ricotta cheese, you don't want to put too much in there.
Yeah.
Amen.
Just a little.
Definitely
ricotta.
use ricotta over cottage.
Yes, always don't chimp out on the ricotta cheese and get cottage cheese.
So no, what me and my wife do is we mix ricotta and cottage, mix it together.
That's okay. That's all right.
I can allow that.
I like a layer of mushrooms
Ooh.
No, we ruined it.
in my lasagna.
What?
Now you ruined it.
Oh
Like a
no,
pizza.
mushrooms
You gotta
make
get a
everything
mushroom.
better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like you can throw in any pizza toppings really in a lasagna.
Yeah.
They're interchangeable.
I'm not eating any anchovy lasagna. That's all I'm telling you.
No, I don't like. I had a friend that ordered an anchovy pizza just to see what it was like. I'm like, no one wanted
Why?
to touch it. He's
That
like,
is
this
a
was
waste of money.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love
Really?
anchovies. Oh, yeah.
The saltiness.
Oh, I'm an Italian. I'm like half
Oh,
Italian.
so you're a big olive fan then too.
Oh, so you're half Jewish, half Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
makes
got
sense.
I got Catholic and Jewish guilt. Like right here.
that explains it all. Would you like to become
Jewish guilt from your mother, Catholic guilt from everyone else.
We invite you. We're us three are Protestants. Would you like to join us? Would you like to join our religion? I feel like this is a Stephen Colbert invitation.
You can have bacon and shellfish and everything.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh,
All based on that one Bible verse, right?
yeah. So yeah, so let's talk about this Canada Dry.
Oh, sorry, I got off on this giant rabbit trail of lasagna. All right, so this is a really good match with Will Ospreay, the brother. He put on a show. I don't like Castagnoli. he's a computer generated wrestler that
Yeah.
just does his thing. Like this is I do this now, I do this now, I do this. It's you've seen one match at Casanoli, you've seen every single one of them, and it's just like he's very cookie cutter with his moveset. It's just like
Yeah.
but this match was still good.
Yeah. Lord Reinrich.
Now, it is no secret to anyone on this panel or anyone who knows me that I do not like Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
The guy is a bum. I don't like to hear him speak. And his nipples are too large for his pecs. I just don't know. I don't like it. But this was probably my favorite Claudio Castagnoli match.
Yeah.
His power base versus the aerial assassin. Tiffany Trim, you're fired.
Oh!
You don't fire me, I fire people.
So who's I wonder when they'll stop being funny.
Yeah.
Tell you what, next week I'm wearing my Young Buck shirt.
Ooh,
I'll bring it back out next week too.
JFB, you got one?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We are the
geez.
real elite, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what my Young Buck socks are, but
Well, I got to make sure I bring my Young Bucks underwear as advertised. So,
all right. my Young Bucks underwear.
my Young Bucks underwear. The main event though, like this is the first like main real time that we've seen Ospreay in AEW like get tested. I feel like outside of the Kestra match, but that was like a pay-per-view, so it's kind of different. But like in a regular match in a regular environment on Dynamite, this was like one of the best matches that you could have because he is so hard-hitting. And even Don Callis kind of alluded to that. Like, he is a perfect person because he is that guy. Like, he is a former ROH world champion. He has pedigree within AEW, and to see him get a clean win over that, I think is huge.
Yeah. Golf clap. Joe, follow that up, baby.
Oh man. So I want to talk about some of the counters in this match.
Yeah.
Like, the way Ospreay countered that big swing was ridiculous. And then you have him countering the Ricola bomb, and then Claudio was sitting there countering something from Will. Like, I couldn't keep up with it.
The sharpshooter.
Yes, the sharpshooter, which
They
is
didn't
great
call it the
because
sharpshooter though.
like Claudio is the one who does it, so he should know how to counter it because like that's kind of his move now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love it. You all know I'm a massive Claudio fan. Mainly because not just in wrestling, but I watch him on YouTube outside of it, and he's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you're just saying that to impress Tiffany Trim.
no, I've always been a Claudio fan out of the four of us.
Sure.
Hey, everyone knows that Joseph Graham likes large nipples, okay?
No, okay.
Pepperoni nipples. My
Guilty as
God.
charged. What can I say?
Jeez.
Oh, but
Pepperoni
yeah.
nipples.
Like, and once you like,
I'm waiting for the moment when it's not funny anymore.
It's not going to be.
it's never not going to be funny. So you're going to be waiting a long time.
You better pack a lunch, buddy.
Yeah, but
So immediately,
What can I have in that lunch? That's what I want to know. Like, did I get one of those drinking boxes? What kind of sandwich am I getting?
as my kids call it, we're going to get a Capri Sun, which they call the cool kids drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm getting a cool kids drink.
That's right. And
By
we're going
the
to
way-
get you a pizza Lunchable.
I have
And some sun chips because they go with the drink.
an adult Capri Sun that I had tonight that's got cannabis in it.
Whoa! You don't want to say that? on the
Oh, I
show?
mean, it's got CBD.
Vitamins.
It's got vitamins.
Vitamin C, B,
Vitamin.
and D.
No, that's what Pat McAfee says. He says vitamins. And I believe Pat McAfee.
That's true. Pat McAfee.
Oh, is that what you referred to? The
Yes, because it is
wacky
illegal
tobacco.
in the state of Indiana for wacky tobacco. So he says that he took his vitamins before the show started.
All right, so this is the code word from now on. We say vitamins.
Vitamins. Gotcha. All right. I'm on
Man,
top of
those vitamins got me up.
We settle down for a second, and then out comes Swerve.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
I almost missed this. I forgot about this. Because they started going over the card for the pay-per-view, and that's usually how they end the show.
Yeah.
I almost turned the TV off.
I almost did too, but I was like, I have to pee.
I have to say
Same.
though, Jessica says, "Is this it?" I go, "Yeah, it's it. We're done. It's done." And then this happened. I'm like, "Oh, jeez,
No.
Well, at least you didn't miss it.
you're better than this." He calls Joe a bitch. He tells him to come out, and then Joe comes out. Probably the sorriest, saddest looking staff I've ever seen in my entire life.
I have to disagree because Dan the Dad was there.
Oh, really?
You didn't see Dan the Dad? He was the only one with a hat on.
I like that little skinny little blonde kid.
No, he was in the back on the right. It's Dan the Dad with the glasses on, dude. I love Dan the Dad. One of my favorite indie wrestlers of all time.
Okay. I stand corrected, my friend. So they get cleared out by Swerve with a Swerve stomp. They
Let me
scatter
just say that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen from a top rope.
because he landed and then he goes and he just looks up and you're just like,
That was one of the coolest things I've ever
You know
seen.
what? You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me in NXT of that front flip by Ricochet to Velveteen Dream.
mm-hmm.
Like it had that level of just like aura around it.
Yeah.
In that respect, it reminds me of the first time that McAfee did like a swanton bomb off the top of the cage in NXT.
Yeah. Yeah. So Swerve gets bettered by Joe. Joe leaves him on the ground, possibly broken ribs, something in the torso area, but we know that Swerve is a fighter. And we know that Swerve is going to be our next AEW World's Heavyweight Champion
He
because
better be.
if you don't, and this is from a guy who 3 months ago said you do not put the belt on him until All In. You have to give him the belt. I want him to be a champion like I've never wanted anything else like that in my life. Canada Dry.
And the fact that that's inside you right now
Yeah.
means that they've done a great job building him up.
Yeah.
Yes, they
The
have.
fact that you want it so bad,
I do.
they've manipulated us to like want it so bad. Yeah, like, and for me, we'll get into this more in the prediction show, but to me, him having Samoa Joe standing over him on the go home show definitely means he's winning it.
Yep.
To cause deniability.
That's wrestling trope 101.
Yep. That's what you learn under the learning tree.
And that's why I picked Julia and Brody to win.
I did as well.
Did you?
Go ahead, Lord.
This was so good to end your go home show on. You want to see your world champion on top. You want to see the belt raised high as the cameras are fading to black. You want to build up that suspense and that tension for your main event of your pay-per-view that's only like 4 days away. So I liked all of this. I thought it was awesome. I love the part where Swerve was knocked out and Nana's turned around and all of a sudden like Joe's doing all the stuff behind him like he's gonna mess with him, and he turns around and he's like, oh, and then all of a sudden, bam, house call right to the side of your face. Oh, so good. This was a great way to end the show.
Oh, God, yeah. What about you, Joe? What are your thoughts?
So, first off, speaking on the fact that we want to see this, like, I want to see Swerve win this AEW title more than I wanted Cody to win the WWE title.
Whoa.
That's how much I want to see. And I really, really wanted Cody to win this title at Mania. but I really, really, really want Swerve because I feel like this will be the biggest fumble of a ball if they do not pull this trigger on Sunday.
Yeah.
They know what they have. They know what they have.
I hope they do. But
They know what they have.
Dude, like you said,
I'd be willing to say that if that Swerve does not retain the belt, I may not watch AEW for a while because I feel like that is such a disservice because Triple H is up in New York kicking his ass and throwing darts at his father-in-law's face because his father-in-law got rid of Swerve Strickland.
well, you see, like they called him to try and get him back, and Swerve was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah. The reason to go back and they're going to let you go and they didn't realize what you had.
Exactly. Why would I want to go back to a place that didn't know how to use me, didn't appreciate me, when this guy over here is pushing me to the friggin' moon and beyond?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. And even on top of that, like some of the star power that Swerve has helped bring in to some of these AEW shows with like the rap community is a big deal. Like that expands your base to a whole different fan base than what you were going at before.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Are you guys ready to do the flower shop?
Let's go to the flower shop. So
we're gonna need a little flower shop intro. Can you make a flower shop intro?
I think I can make that happen.
That'd be cool.
So we got a favorite segment, your favorite match, number of bells, and then your favorite movie. Cat in the Dry, you drew the short stick. You go first.
All right. Some people say that the short thing is not good, but sometimes it's pretty useful. Oh my goodness! I was just talking with my friend about if a guy had a micro penis, what he would do if he was going to have sex with a girl.
Yeah,
like to reveal it. And we'd be like, well, he'd be trying to set it up. Be like, hey, these baby carrots are pretty nice. You're like, hey, these short ribs, aren't they great? Hey, let's go watch the short film.
Yeah.
It's better than a big movie.
Hey, how about that movie Willow from 1986?
What about Wizard of Oz? Look at those munchkins. Aren't they awesome?
They're perfectly small. Anyways.
I love that Lollipop Guild.
The Lollipop Guild. Anyway, so back on track. So my favorite match is Ospreay versus Castagnoli. My favorite segment is Swerve Strickland and Samoa Joe at the end. Killer. Everything about that was killer. Yeah. My favorite movie, not my favorite movie, but one of my favorite movies is Justice League, the Snyder Cut. I absolutely adored this movie, and it should have been the one that was in theaters because this was just a work of art. Yeah. And the ending was so cool with the Joker. That was just everything was awesome about this thing.
Yeah. Lord Ryan Rich.
Oh, and I guess I got to do my ratings.
Yeah.
I give this a 4.1.
Okay. 4.1. Lord Ryan Rich, your turn, my friend.
Oh, okay. My favorite segment is Mox's opening segment because I thought that just kicked off the show really, really well. It got the crowd into it. And it kind of showed that fever pitch. Only a Bostonian would say that. Of course you did. I mean, how about Little Big League? Get out of here. Outfield. Just shut up.
I like the Mighty Ducks.
Okay, that's hockey. It's not even baseball. Get out of here. Favorite segment was that. Favorite match? I'm going to have to go with Castagnoli and Ospreay as well because it's one of the only Castagnoli matches that I can watch and not get irritated and angry. So that in itself puts it all the way above. My rating for the show, and I'm going higher than I think the show actually probably deserves for the simple fact I feel like the last 4 go-home shows have been shit. So terrible. So to see a good one, I'm giving this 4.3.
Okay.
Favorite movie? I believe I went with A Girl Next Door last week.
Yeah.
timeless classic. We're gonna go in the
Wedding
same
Crashers. No, I'm just
Nope.
kidding.
realm. Nope. Same realm. Comedy. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay. Justin is backstage. He wants to give up. What's your favorite movie, Justin?
Is he there? I can't even see him. There he is.
Hey, Rich. By the
Shut
way,
up.
By the way, proud to be a Bostonian. So you shut up right now.
You shut up. You shut up.
What, you think you're better than me?
You just came in here to tell him to shut up. That's why you came on.
No, because he said only a Bostonian would say fever pitch. You ask anybody in the world, they would say fever pitch. Yeah,
I'm not saying fever pitch. You say fever
I've
pitch.
never
too?
seen that movie before.
There you go.
Really?
3 against fever pitch, 1-4. How you like them apples?
Actually, I think it's 2 because I think JFB would agree with me on that one.
Applesauce, bitch.
Yeah. The other 3 of us are gonna kick your ass.
Now, if you would have said the town, I'll give you that.
The town was good.
But fever pitch?
It was between fever pitch. And
I'm gonna put this whole town in my rear view.
Thanks for calling in, Rich. Sorry, Justin. We gotta wrap up. We're trying to end the show here, so thanks for calling in, buddy.
Talk to you later, Justin.
Bye.
You suck,
All right.
Justin.
Let's go to the evil vice president of AFW.
Okay, so my favorite segment, I'm cheating, and I'm pulling all 3 of the Swerve and Joe segments and putting it as one. Like, I think it just absolutely sold this pay-per-view. So,
He turned
My
it into a
favorite match-
Black Friday bundaloo.
yeah, my favorite match, I'm with these 2. It's the main event. Claudio and Will, like, they mesh together so well.
Yeah.
And then my favorite movie, I'm going with the same genre as Canada Dry. My favorite MCU movie, because it's a movie that sometimes I forget that it's a superhero movie, is Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yes.
And I'm
Makes me
giving
wanna
this
punch
show 4.25.
Okay.
Well, we had 2 cats on this episode.
My God.
This is my black cat Luna.
My door shut so none of my cats can come in.
My favorite Rondism from Parks and Recreation is any dog that's under 50 pounds is a cat, and cats are useless. My favorite segment, to be absolutely honest with you, I'm stealing from Joe. It's all 3 of the Swerve and Joe promos were just perfection. If you have not ordered the pay-per-view, you're dead to me. You're just dead.
You're so black and white, JB.
Dead.
Like, I'm not watching Dynamite for
Forgot
weeks.
about it. You're
In
dead.
fact, if you want to call into the show, you have to show proof that you bought it.
There's
I
a
mean-
reason his name is James Falcone. Come on.
I
I
know.
think he killed Batman's father. Like,
There's not an E at the end of his name.
I know, but you could call him James Falcone.
Go by menu.
Pronunciation.
My favorite match was Ospreay, Castle, and Claudio, because I don't like Claudio at all. I think he's an oxygen thief. I think he's just. I don't think he's good. I just think that because he's so strong, he gets away with half the shit he gets away with. So,
Yeah.
but man,
I'll tell you why he gets away with it. Those nipples.
yeah, Peroni nipples. I'm gonna score
I
this.
shared the baby carrot joke on the show today.
For my rating, I am going to. This was the go home show that I was not hoping for, but far exceeded, and I was expecting really high. I'm staying away from favorite movie. So last night, me and Jessica watched this cinematic, beautiful movie called Iron Eagle. For those who don't know,
Wisconsin?
Yeah. Iron Eagle is about this kid on an Air Force base, and his father is a pilot and gets shot down by a Middle Eastern country and is held prisoner. He convinces Lou Gossett Jr. to fly with him to save his father.
It's fucking classic.
I haven't seen that since I was a little kid.
Here's my hot take. I think Iron Eagle is better than Top Gun.
Oh, hands down.
Oh, that is a hot take, though.
It's a hot take. So that's the movie I'm going
Come on,
with.
Joe.
Follow.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Hey, JP, I missed
I'm
your
tired.
your rating. I didn't hear what you said you were giving the show.
4.5.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Am I the lowest?
You
Yeah.
are.
You are.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
the danger of going first, Canada Dry.
That's
So-
okay. I'm impressed. You guys, you gave it so good. That's
Our
good.
average is 4.2875
Dude,
Nice.
for a go home show, like recently,
for an AEW go home show.
that's what I'm saying.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm excited for
If this go home show didn't convince you to buy the pay per view, you're just not a fan.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have no heartbeat. You're not a wrestling fan. We're going to take your
And that doesn't apply to the people who cannot afford.
All right, guys. We're at an hour and a half. We had a lot of fun here today. We got to wrap her up here. JP, you want to wrap her up?
Yeah. Hey, you want to buy a shirt? ProWrestlingTees.com/FN Wrestling. There's multiple ways to support us. Not only that, there's multiple ways to find us. You have to look really hard, but we're all over the place, for God's
We're in the
sake.
links below.
Yeah. Everything's down below. Blah, 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 blah. On behalf of Canada Dry, Lord Ryan Rich, the EVP of AFW, Joseph Graham, I am the JFB.
And it's important that you note that sometimes in life that you get knocked on your ass and stuff just happens. You go into a depression. Someone dies, someone breaks up with you, a marriage ends. Like stuff can just happen. And it's okay to be down. It's not okay to stay down. Reach out to your friends, reach out to us, reach out to anyone who's there, who's going to be there for you and listen to you. It's important that you rise above it. Lift your fist in the air and say it with me. Put the devil in a sharpshooter and just keep fighting.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
Whose house?